Hello everyone, Penguin Style here today, and we are coming in to try out a new demo for the Steam Next Fest. We're going to be tackling Tents and Trees, a game that I know absolutely nothing about, but I saw the developer post a thing about it on Twitter, and I was like, that looks really fun. So let's hop in and check it out. So this is Tents and Trees. Welcome, trees are placed on the grid. You have to place one tent next to each tree. The other cells must have grass. Okay. The numbers around the grid tell you the number of tents in the corresponding row or column. Okay, so there are currently 0 tents. There's 1 tent in each of this. There's 2 tents here, 0 here. Okay. Each tent must be in one of the 4 adjacent cells next to its associated tree. Horizontal or vertical, not diagonal. Gotcha. I like when they do explain they're adjacent, because some things count diagonal as adjacent. So I like when they specify. Tents cannot touch each other even diagonally. Gotcha. Let's solve this level together. The numbers for the second column and third row are 0, so there are no tents in the blinking cells. Right-click on each of these cells to set grass. Huh. Good. Now you can see... Okay, so that's the amount of tents that we are supposed to have here. We're supposed to have 0. So since there's supposed to be no tents here, they have to be grass. Gotcha. Good. Now you can see that the blinking cell is the only available location for the tree to its left. Okay, because it's not here, here, or here. So this would have to be the tent for this tree. Gotcha. Left click on the blinking cell, place the associated tent. Bada bing. Now you can set grass around the tent because you know tents can't touch each other. Gotcha. Okay. Try to complete the rest of the level. Use a help if you are stuck. I will not be stuck. I would not need help. Okay, so this one needs a tent, so it's got to be here. And we know there's 2 here. Gotcha. So we know there's only 1 here. We already have it. Makes this grass. Makes this grass. There's only 1 in this column. It's here. That makes this grass and this grass. That makes this have to be the tent for this tree. This has to be the tent for this tree. And this has to be the tent for this tree. Simple. Level completed. We've completed 1 of 25 levels, I believe that is. Gotcha. Okay. I like that. That's smooth. Okay. So, there are 0 tents in either of these rows. That means this has to be this tent, this has to be this tent, this has to be this tent. I wonder if a tent is in between the 2 of them, who does it count for? Okay, there's only 1 tent in this row, which means the rest of this is grass. This is grass. This is yours. This doesn't have a tent. So this has to be this one's tent. Gotcha. Don't forget that each tree is associated with 1 tent. Okay, so it can be in between them, but it has to pick a favorite. Easy, simple. That's pretty smooth. I like that. Okay, so we see 0s in both these columns and this row. You can fill those in immediately with grass. Okay. There's 1 tent in this locale. This one has to be this one's tent. This has to be this one's tent. That makes this grass for sure. This leaves this as this one's tent. There has to be 2 here. So this one could be here or here. No, it has to be here because of the horizontal. So this is this is that, this is that, boom. Simple. Quite simple. Continue. Immediately we hop to the 0s. They can always be filled in immediately. That makes you have to have this tent. That makes you have to have this tent. That makes the rest of this good. Okay, so we need 2 tents in this row, which would lead me to believe this is yours, and this is yours. Simple, simple. I like it. This is a good classic puzzle game. We see 0s. We take 0s. Hop into those immediately. This needs 3, so that immediately means it has to be this, this, and this are these corresponding trees. So this wants 2, which means you want this. This wants 1, which means you're not getting that, which means you get this. I love it. I love it. Very smooth. Is that it? Are we done? Can I do anything? I was like, I'd like to do more. Ooh, a 6x6. You see what we're getting with here? Immediately we hop to the zeros. Okay, so we see zeros. Simple. Okay. So this has to go here because this needs 1. Otherwise we have nothing. Which means if this wants 1, it has to be this one. And if this one wants 1, it has to be this one. So if this one wants 1, I mean, somebody's going to get their thing here, I'm assuming. This has to have here. So that's 1 of that you get here. Which means you can have this, as that would finish out the 2 here. This needs 1, which means this is yours. This needs 1, which means that's yours. Smooth like butter. Like I said, this moves well. We start by filling in our zeros. Okay. And what we're left with is you have to be this, you have to be this. That finishes this row. This has to be yours. So far you can be in either of these, so we can't clear you quite yet. But this needs... Wait, this needs 2, and it's... Oh, it's okay. So this is yours. You need 1, which can still be this, but you need 2, which would set me to believe that you're here, here, and you're here. Sometimes when you know, and we know. Hook me up with my zeros. Okay, so we see that. They want 1 in here. This is the only option. This needs 2, so I'm thinking you're going to get here. And you're going to get here. No, you're going to get here. You're going to get this. You're going to get this. This needs 3, so you get this, and you get that. Beautiful. Quite smooth. I apologize if anybody doesn't quite understand this. So essentially, we use the numbers for the rows and columns to decide how many tenths that they need there. So this can only be here, this can only be here. That cleans out these rows. This needs 1, which means it has to be yours. If this needs 3, we already have 1, and that's your 3. This needs 3. Bada boom. I love that these take 30 seconds. We can just kind of jet our way through them. I love it. Okay, well, this has to be yours. This has to be yours. If this needs a third one, it's got to be you. This only wants 1 here, which is going to have to be yours. So it's probably... This is yours, and then you get this and this. Keep in mind, we are on easy puzzles. They only have easy ones, currently. So we did the 6x6 easies. The 7x7 easies, okay. We have a limited selection here in the demo. Okay, this only cleared out, this didn't clear out a lot of zeros. So, this one's 1, this one needs 2. So if this one needs 2, that has to be you get 1 and you get the other, but I'm not sure which is where. Probably here, because we need 2 here, which means you get this. You're going to get yours on A side, but we don't know which side yet. So there's going to be 1 here. It's going to be yours, but is it here or is it here? It's probably here, but let's take a look. So this one could have either side. This one needs 2, so that could be you, you, or you. Works. This one, we need 2 here, and we currently have 1. So you have to get 1 of them. And it's probably this. I think it's got to be that. Because you already have yours, so we can't have anything else on this row. So, we need 1 here. It could still be yours. We need 2 here, so yours is on either side. We only need 1 here. So you're going to have to be somewhere here. So I'm thinking it could potentially be you get that. You do this and this. Clears out both of those. This needs 1 and that needs 1. Which gives us this and this. Okay, I'll admit, the 7x7 takes a little bit longer. It takes a little bit of thought there. I don't mind that though. No zeros. Okay. This is the first time we've seen no zeros, so we have no guarantees. So, we need 1 in this column. It has to be connected to one of you. needs 3. It's probably here. We don't know that for a fact yet, though. So we know we can fill in grass on any tile that isn't touching any of these. Any tile that's not adjacent to one of these can be grass, which clears us a little bit. So we need 2 here, and we only have 3 spaces. So it can be here, here, or here. Okay. This needs 3. We currently have 5. This needs 1. Okay, let's see. So we need 2 here. There's a good chance you are one of them. We don't know that for a fact, but I'm guessing that you are one of them. And then we need a second one in this column. That could very well be you. I think that would work quite well. That gives us our 1 here. We need 2 in this column, which would mean it has to be here and here. We need 3 here, which would lead me to believe that it has to then be you, you, and you. Oh, we messed up here. Oops. We did mess up this one. So, we need a second one here, but these are already built. So, this is not going to work. So, hold. This has to be this one, which means we can't have any more here, which means this. So, we see 2 here, that means it has to be this and this, which means it can't be that. So, I think this column is right and this row is right. So, we need 3 across here, 1 here, we need 2 here. Okay, well, we need 2 here. It could be up and up. It could technically be this, this, this. That does these, which if this needs 1, then it has to be here for this one, which would mean this one doesn't have anywhere to put. Oh no, it's already connected. No, it's not connected here. This doesn't have anywhere to put anything, because this would make too many in this row. This would make too many in this row. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. I mean, technically, I guess we could make that one's... We could make this go here. No, we can't. This row has to be this. Because... No, I guess technically this doesn't have to be this, right? This one could technically connect there or there. Interesting. Okay, I like that this one's making me think a little bit. So let's say this goes here. Let's say this one goes down. They need 2 here. Let's say it's you and you. We need 1 here. It could be any of you. Let's say... Tents can't be next to each other, though. I forgot that. Tents can't be next to each other. So let's say you get this. Let's say you get this. Okay, we don't have anywhere to put this one now, though. But these can't be next to each other. So one of these two... I mean, his can be sideways, though. So let's say you get here, then. You get this. If we need 3 here, it's you, you, and you, and then you get you. No. It's... We're missing 1 here, but we... Oh, you can do this. Oh, no. But these can't be next to each other. Interesting. What if it's... That does that, but then we still need a 3rd. And you don't have a tent currently. Okay, I like the way this is making me think a little bit. What if we did... No. We're missing 1 here. I think we have to start over. That's honestly okay. Like I said, I like that this one wasn't so straightforward. We have to kind of piece it together. That makes it kind of fun. That makes it kind of fun. So let's say this one wants here. Okay. What if we do that and that? That blocks off this one. Which means we can do this, this, and this for these guys. So let's say you get this and you get that. That gives us 1. So we need 1 here, 2 here. How about that and that? Covers both of those. You get 1 there. Sometimes it's just a little bit of trial and error. That was the longest one by a mile, but I like that. gives us a little bit of trial and error. Okay, so we know we got a 0 here. The zeros are nice. It gives us a baseline to work with. So we need 3 here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots that currently can go. Okay, let's clear off some of the ones that we know are nothing. They can't be diagonal. So any of these that are only connected diagonal don't work. So we see this. This lays it out a little bit for us. So 2 in this row. There's 3 spots that can currently go. I'm thinking that one of them is here. Which means I'm thinking you get this. Because these can't both be here. They can't both be here because they can't be next to each other. Which means I guarantee this has to be one. So I'm thinking then you get this. You can have your 1 here. You can have your 1 here. So I think this bottom is clean. You have to be the 1 in this row. How about a little bit of this? And how about a little bit of that? Blocks that off. We need 3 here, which could be you and you. 10s can't touch even diagonally. Gotcha. We forgot about the diagonal rule. Okay. So let's think for a minute. That means it doesn't have to be these ones. So let's say you get this one. You get this. I still like this and this for you guys. So you could have a 10, not here. If we do this, you can't have this. But you can have that, which means you can have this, which gives us this. Now we did a diagonal again. I think we did the exact same thing. It's interesting that they can't be diagonal. That is interesting. So, what if we did this and this and this? Beautiful. They got us with the diagonal twice, and it was the same diagonal. Kind of forgot that rule a little bit. Okay, so we know these are not anything. Because any of the ones that aren't next to anything, any of the trees, provide us no value. But they provide us the value in knowing that that's not anything, which is nice. Okay. Because, I mean, you could technically use this to see if any of these give, like, if there's only 2 free spaces and it needs 2. You see? Like, in this one, we need 2. Well, they can't both be here. And if this needs 2 across, that means this has to be one of them. Because they can't both be here. One of them can be. So what if we kind of want... I don't know. They can't be diagonal, though. They can't be diagonal, which means this is yours and this is yours. I think it almost have to be that way. Which leads me to believe... you could be here, here, here. Here? I think this bottom is set. We need 1 here, which has to be you then. Both of these, you need 1 here. Isn't it fascinating the way the human brain works? The way it just pieces it all together. Okay, no zeros. We see that. Oops. We want to tree everything that provides us nothing. Because that gives us a nice starting point of what can't be used. Okay. So nothing stands out immediately. We do see a 2 here, and we have 3 available spaces. A 2 here, we have 3 available spaces. They can't both be here. So one of them has to be yours. Because we can't have them next to each other. We need 3 here. That is beautiful. Okay. I feel like I like this and this. No. Okay, there's only 1 in this, so I don't actually like that at all. Let's call it this and this then. I think could be quite nice. So we need 1 more here. We need 1 here. It's got to be one of the 2 of these. Which, at this point, could be either. We need 1 here. It's not yours, so it could be yours or yours. Let's call it here. We can't do diagonals, remember that. So we need a second one here, which could technically be yours. I'm fine with that. We need another 2 here. which could technically be yours, which makes this have to be yours, which means this is yours. We can't have diagonal, though. And we currently don't have this figured out. This can be one of them, but we're missing something here. We're missing... This one doesn't have one. Oh, it could be there. Simple, easy, effective. Thanks for playing the demo. So that was Tents and Trees. I thought that was actually a really fun puzzle game. That's exactly up my alley. It's the type of things I love to see out of these puzzles. Short, sweet, gets the brain flowing. I really like that. Very well made. Very simple concept, but definitely can provide a little bit of a challenge. So that was Tents and Trees. That was one of the demos provided through Steam Next Fest that's currently going on as of this recording. If you guys like this one, definitely feel free to wishlist it. Check it out. There'll be a link for it down in the description below. I appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll catch you in the next one.